Okay guys, come back here in another video. Gonna talk a little bit more about underwear and mid layers and stuff, because about a week ago I had someone ask me about a brand. This person is a farmer. They asked me about, what do you think about this brand? I said, well, they're USA made. That's all I know about it. So then someone saw my list of things that I recommend for your cold weather kit, and they said, what about this brand? Same brand. So I went and got on the brand's website last night, and I didn't see anything outstanding, to be honest with you. I saw basically the same old build as other brands. It made the same way, using wool, obviously, because it's a company that promotes wool. And obviously, USA made. I saw some negative feedback online about one or two of their products, but it doesn't matter. The thing is, first of all, I don't have any experience with that company, and I'm just giving you my impressions upon what I see. So I see negative feedback about one or two products. Whatever. But the thing is somebody says, well, why don't you have that on your list? Well, like I said, first of all, I've never owned any. Second of all, I don't know anybody personally that owns any. And the third thing is, and one of the most important things is that when I look at it, it looks just like something I got in the other room there in a bag. It looks just like it. That says 100% wool on it, but it's, I got disappointed again because it was made in Asia, right? That company was made in Asia. I'm not gonna throw it away or anything, but I just won't buy it. That's it. So, but why wouldn't I buy this one brand? Why wouldn't I buy this one brand that I've been approached twice on? Okay? Great, made in the USA. Love it. But the thing is that when you look at it, it's basically made like this long sleeve shirt, right? It's basically made like this long sleeve shirt, this micro knit, right? That's why. Because it's not going to be any difference performance-wise than any other wool garment that's made the same way. If it's made the same way, it's going to perform the same way. Okay? It's going to perform the same way. So before that, I've got a couple other things here. Quote unquote long underwear, right? So this is an old, excuse me. This is an old Woolrich. I was wearing this a couple days ago. I didn't really want to talk about this because they don't make this no more. This is a waffle knit long underwear top. This thing is really warm. But the thing is it's made different than this modern long sleeve shirt types that you could buy from several different companies. Wool Power is another one. It's the same thing. the wool power stuff, you pull it on, it's going to be the same thing as that I got in the other room. It's going to be the same thing as the ones that these other two people were asking me about. It's going to perform the same way because it's made the same. You see, it's not the fact that it's wool. It's the way it's made. Okay, the way it's made. This is 80% wool. This is a way better performer than this brand new stuff that I got in the other room. Way better. Way better. And it costs a lot less than what that would have cost. Somebody gave me that. So, but it's made differently. This is made more like a wool sweater or jumper, but it's made in a shirt. Okay? Some people may not like it because it might feel a little itchy or whatever, but you'll forget about that in a while because you'll be warm. Okay? But it's, you know, you could see through it. It wicks the moisture away from my body. But yet this is still not as good as what I recommended to you the other day. Okay? It's still not. And here's the worst performer. Long johns. Everybody had these when they were a kid at some point in the U.S. Where else? Maybe, I don't know. This is either a cotton or a cotton polyester long sleeve waffle knit type shirt. Long sleeve. Terrible. This is terrible. Once it gets wet, got that cold clammy feeling next to your skin. No good. Okay, I just got that for just working around the house outside. That's all I have it for. I would never take that with me on any kind of an expedition or a military expedition or a civilian expedition. No, not going. And I would not take any fleece either. I went through the fleece thing, not doing it again. I was forced to use fleece for a while. No, never again. So you got those two things there. And then you got these modern long sleeve shirt type. It could be 70, 80, 90% wool. It doesn't matter. It could be 100% wool. It doesn't matter. It's still too tight. It's still not porous enough. That Woolrich one there, that's not porous enough either. It's too tight knit for next to skin underwear. It's too tight knit, okay? I told you the other day, Brynje of Norway, mesh long underwear. Let it sink in, guys. I'm telling you right now. I am telling you 100% that it will totally outperform everything that you've had up to this point in your life. Okay, I don't even own any right now. I haven't owned any for a few years. I gave my last set away because I was too big for them. As you get older, you gain a little weight. That's just the way it is. So, and then I started lifting weights and stuff like that, and then that just threw everything out of whack. Right? So, what's another alternative to that? Well, I suggested Wiggy's. Wiggy's has some kind of a mesh long underwear. That's a possibility. I don't have any real experience with the Wiggy's product on that, but I have a Wiggy sleeping bag and I love it. Okay? It's something for you to consider. Okay? But if you're going to put the money into something that's going to keep you warm and comfortable, put it into Brynje of Norway mesh long underwear. Nobody's given me anything for saying this stuff. Nobody is paying me anything. Okay? I'm telling you from my previous experience with the product. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and look into getting myself a new set that will fit me now, simply because it's kind of like got to me a little bit about the underwear out there, because everybody's thinking wrong about underwear. I thought the same way that you probably do about long underwear. Oh, it's just the wool. No, it's not the wool. It's also the construction. It's the way it's made. It's the way that it's made. When you wear wool mesh underwear, it's a night and day difference between anything else that you already own or have worn before. Night and day. It's like flipping on a switch. Okay? It's the difference between night and day. Brynje of Norway, mesh long underwear. I'm telling you guys, this is where it's at. It's been where it's at. It's been where it's at for decades, because Hillary wore it to the top of Mount Everest. It's only gotten better since then. It's only gotten better. I never wore my last pair out. I never wore them out. So, I'm going to go ahead and get me another set. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to see what I need, and then I'm going to get it. Some way or another, I'll get it. And then, for those who want to see it on camera, I'll have it here. Alright? And I also stated that your mid layer should always be knits. Wool knits. Woolen knits needs to be your mid layer. Whether it's one layer or two layers, wool knits need to be your mid layer. These need to be your insulation. These need to be your insulation. This is a single layer woolen sweater, aka jumper. This one's from Ireland. I've got another one over here. This one's from Ireland. Not China. Okay. Why woolen knits? Because they're porous. They have all of those properties that we're seeking when it comes to heavy outdoor activity. We're working up a sweat. The vapor comes off of our body. It goes through the mesh wool underwear. It goes through it. Goes through it. Doesn't stay next to our skin, getting us all cool and clammy and chilled. It goes through the mesh. It goes to the knits. The knits take it in, and the knits transfer it out. Okay? The knits transfer it out. And then on the outside, of course, we have our outer layer, which should be some type of a heavy wool. Either it's going to be an anorak, or it's going to be a Mackinaw wool coat, something like that. It's going to be our outer layer. Okay? And we will stay warm that way. We will stay warm. I could talk about this stuff ad nauseum, guys, but it's like what that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. Now, everything I'm telling you about this stuff comes from my personal experience, or the experience of other people that I know that had certain things on this list. Alright? So, you can take it or leave it, but when it comes to wool underwear, mesh, that's it. There's no more discussion about it, in my opinion. Catch you later.